Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another early morning coffee talks. We are almost through the storm. The Atlanta storm apocalypse is basically over. It's still a little bit of snow on the ground, but we're making it through. Man, I had a great weekend going to see some family. Flew out of town with my wife. It was just a great time, man. Just being able to reconnect with family and stuff like that. But now we're back. We're back on the grind, and but it was just greatly appreciated to be able to just take a quick second out of your life, man, and just be able to spend it and pour into others and just create those bonds. So if you ever get a chance, man, just pause what you're doing, take a break because with this life, yes, we want to run up the bag, yes, we want to build skills and become successful. However, we do want to spend it with other people as well. We do want to spend time and valuable time at that with other people. But with that being said, because I just want to get that out of the way, it doesn't really translate into what I really want to talk about today. But what I do want to talk about today is just let me focus on the men today. A lot of times I do kind of intertwine women with some of my conversations, but today I just want to focus on the men. And what I want to say with that is, men, we're born with no value. Everything in this life, we have to earn it. We're born with no value. Even if you're in a rich family, yeah, you can have money, but respect and, your skills, everything, you still have to gain and earn those things, right? No, as men, listen, again, we're born with no value, so like nobody's handing us respect. Nobody's handing us success or status or, everything we need and to be successful in this life, we have to earn. It's just not given, right? Again, there's like situations where, let's say your dad's the owner of a company, right? And he retires and he gives it over to you. That still doesn't mean that the men that work under you are gonna respect you, right? That still doesn't mean that what your father has built is gonna sustain success because now you've taken over. Now, I would say on some level you can come in with status because you kind of elevate yourself up to the CEO, but however, you can quickly lose that, you know. But on the regular, for the average guys in life, again, nobody's handing us respect. Nobody's giving you success or status. That's just what it is, all right? So my question is, and it's a question I have for myself, is like, all right, well, what are you doing to earn that value in this world? What work are you putting in to put yourself in position to win, to be able to gain those skills? Listen, the thing about it is, life doesn't come with any guarantees, especially for men. If you want the respect, if you want the wealth or the legacy, listen, we got to build it brick by brick. And today, that's what I'm just talking about it, man. It's not a curse. Like, nobody's just cursed. It's a challenge. It's an opportunity for all of us to become the man that we're supposed to be. So what are some key ways that I kind of thought about that we can earn our value in this life? I think the first thing, and especially for me, this happened when I was like 16, 17. And it happened again, now close to my late 30s. But the first time was you have to take full responsibility for your life. I shot a video about that as well, about taking full responsibility. And that was just solely based on that topic. But in reference of this and, man being able to gain that value, you have to take full responsibility for your life. Listen, nobody's coming to save us. There's no safety nets, anything like that, where if you fall, now you hitting the ground floor, my guy, and you have to pick yourself up and you're going to have to, dust yourself off and just, keep climbing back up. So, and even with that being said, nobody owes us anything at all. That's just what it is. We appreciate, being brought into this world, but that's just what it is, man. That's the balance of it. We just come in with nothing. And, hopefully, you did have a father who can at least teach you the things along the way. That way you can at least start a little bit at the starting line. Or maybe they left you some money. You can start at the starting line or maybe even a little bit ahead. But again, you still have to maintain that. You still have to learn the skills to be able to control that income and stuff like that in those relationships. Again, it's yours to lose. You know what I mean? So, but everything's based on our choices, good and bad. You have to know that you gain control over your future based on all your actions and how you take responsibility. That's going to be the only way. And so this was an earlier on video I shot, just speaking about how when I grew up in my particular environment, there was this big thing about, oh man, the white man is, they're taking all the jobs, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm older and I have, a little bit of a wiser or wider third eye, it's a situation where I'm like, no, like you see black people thriving everywhere around the world, everywhere. And so it's like, and now that I'm putting in the work and I'm starting to realize, I look back at some of my earlier career when I was, in management, I shot up quick, and even most jobs I've went into, if there's always been a hint of, hey, do you want to go to the next step, right? And it's incumbent on me to take that step if I want it, if I really want that to be my lane or my path. And so, but nobody was holding me back from that. A lot of those were other white men who was speaking to me, who did promote me and things like that. So I can't sit here and just point fingers, but that was me putting in the work, right? That was me creating my own value so that those people recognize and say, hey, this is a guy we want to, push to the next level because he's going to bring value to what we do, right? So, but even with that translated to me saying, hey, I have to build those skills, like especially in management. I had to build the skills of my work ethic to be consistent, to build systems, right? I had to build the soft skills necessary to be able to know how to communicate with my team, with my other management counterparts, with my customers, right? With the upper management. Those are skills I had to learn over time. And trust me, it wasn't perfect. I made a lot of mistakes. Even now, right? The skills of discipline when it comes to going to the gym, eating right, building certain relationships outside of your career just with different people, so on and so forth. Another one, going to Toastmasters, right? Building my public speaking skills, building the skills to be able to speak and use YouTube in a good way where I can, in a certain way where, I can be able to translate this later into a business, and being able to, give you guys value who are watching. Those are different skills, and I can go on and on. You can learn different languages. You can read different books to help you with different skills, and so on and so forth. But that's another thing that you have to do, because your skills and your work ethic is like a currency, right? The more and more you do it well, the more and more you gain from it. It's just like a currency, and that's how you become, more valuable to the world. Again, whether it's in your career, your relationships, your passions, everything is determined by the different skills that you acquire. So, but anyway, that's another thing. And the last one that I'm always, I won't say the last one, but let me the most important one for me that I've just really tapped into, and it's just a superpower, man, which is discipline. It is the backbone of everything I do. It is, I think, that the thing that translates into a lot of materials. Material successes, anything like we want to gain. Like most people who got rich, they was very disciplined, and so they was able to attain a lot of material things in the world that we deem valuable. Bigger house, right? Better car, more vacations. But you had to be disciplined and be consistent to be able to attain those things. And for me, I would say that when I wasn't disciplined, it was hit or miss, right? So you don't want to operate life like that. You want to be able to have a system where you can just run it, right, and be consistent with it. But it takes discipline to even build it up to that point, and then the discipline to keep it sustainable and stay consistent. So I say that it's what separate those who dream versus those who do. So like the people who show up even when it's hard, that's how you're gonna just build it over time. Just showing up every time even when it's hard. Because those little micro wins that you get, those are the things that's gonna like compound again, like bricks by brick, right? And when you look back, you can be like, man, I was so disciplined every time I showed up. And you look back, you're like, man, I built this really big wall to help me just, keep going through life. So to help defend me from the BS through life. So, but anyway, the last one I want to talk about before we get up out of here is adding value to others. It's one thing, again, to gain your own skills. That's what's going to bring value to yourself. But at a certain point, once you built yourself up, to gain that respect and influence is it's going to be a situation where you have to contribute and bring important to others, man, like your family, your friends, your community, your career. You have to bring value to others. And that could be a physical thing. Like, look at Jeff Bezos. You look at just any of those successful CEOs. They touch a lot of people with their product, right? They touch a lot of people with that message. And so that's where it starts, though. You can start at your community church. You can start at your job, just even with your team, just speaking life into others, man. It could be in your family, just, doing the things. Sometimes you don't have to speak, right? I think that your actions speak louder than your words sometimes. And if you're consistent with that, that brings a lot of value too. And that's what's going to help, earn your respect from others. So listen, the question is, what are you going to do today to be able to attain those different things? What are you going to do today to make somebody else's life better, to help influence them, right, in a positive way? What are you doing right now to earn more value? Are you taking responsibility for your life? Are you building the skills? Are you showing up to be disciplined every day, right? Are you creating that superpower? Listen, start small, but I would say just stay consistent. Set your goals. I preach this all the time. Set your goals week by week. Again, yes, you can look 5 years out. Yes, you can look 10 years out. However, but if you don't break it down brick by brick, you're not going to see every step. And so that counts too. Day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, right? And I think with doing those different things, that's going to help you get one more step closer to being a man you want to be. And it's been helping me become the man I want to be. So, just take this, I would say even advice today, not even an opinion, and just put yourself in position to win. If you feel like you missed a couple of those, rewatch the video. But with that being said, drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you got any value from this video, hit that like button. And also, hey, hit the notification bell because we're dropping videos like this every single day. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Y'all have a beautiful Monday. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.